we're going into this game, but I don't know why I'm just not confident that we're gonna win. Not that I'm
Oh,
not
wow.
confident we're gonna win, but I want to look good while doing it. Like I don't want
Right.
this game to be like 24-21, and they're still in the game like in the fourth quarter.
I haven't seen anything that shows this Niners team is a contender. I mean, beating Cincinnati the way they didn't show it to me, and losing to Seattle didn't show it to me. They had some nice wins in November. I'd like to see one here. If they could just take care of business against Atlanta, I'm thinking, okay, this is a team that's probably peaking at the right time. But they
I
didn't. I haven't seen that yet.
I think that we're a playoff team. I'll say that,
Yeah, for sure.
but I feel
But
like the
yeah,
problem with 49ers fans is that we're always too high or we're too low. So if we're in the middle of the pack, like, oh, we suck, we're bad. But then when we go on a small win streak, we're all of a sudden like Super Bowl contenders.
yeah, it's a little
I
like swinging back and it's like 7-6. Can we just remember that that's what the team? It's like, okay, you won last week, but your one loss to Atlanta to feeling like, oh my god, we suck. So just don't get too
but
high, don't get too low.
but Super Bowl teams have statement wins, and I haven't
Right.
seen a single statement win out of this team. Are we
The
saying the Bengals
Rams
will
one
stay?
is the closest they've had, I think. But
But
that was a while ago. that
it,
was that was
but the
early November.
but the Rams are a team we usually beat, so like it
True.
doesn't even really matter inside of the
Is
first
that
place.
really a statement when you beat them when you're bad, you beat them when you're good? What does it mean? Doesn't really mean anything.
No,
Yeah.
and then
The
you're going
Vikings
on
win wasn't a statement win. The Vikings are terrible.
exactly, and then we go
The
into the
Bengals
playoffs
aren't even good. They're they're okay. What are they? 7 and
mhm,
7?
close to. I think
7 and
they're a little bit
6? Yeah, I
better.
mean they're okay. Yeah.
And then you're going into the playoffs, and then all of a sudden we're talking about we can go up against the Green Bay and beat them. Okay, we got close last time,
At
but are
home.
we positive? Because Green Bay looks a lot better than they did when we played them.
Yeah. Green Bay has a better defense than the 49ers. They have a better quarterback than the 49ers. They're tough. And or you got Tampa, who's the best, the defending champions. Or you got freaking Dallas with Dak Prescott, or Arizona with Kyler. So
Please,
it's gonna be tough.
please do not show us Tampa. Please do not.
I
That
know.
is like the worst matchup imaginable for us to play. Like, I think out of everybody, yeah, I think we can compete against the Packers, but Tampa's just terrible. Like, I can already
What
see,
about
like,
Dallas with Trayvon Diggs? I mean,
worse, but the thing is, Daniel Brunskill and Tom Compton on that side of the
oof,
Buccaneers defensive line
oof, bad.
is just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it's not
And
good.
what makes it worse is that a team like with a guy named Josh Allen, he played his heart out inside that game. They still lost,
True.
especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
do not have a quarterback that is mobile. He
Nope.
doesn't extend plays.
Nope.
He's accurate at times, but you have to understand that that Buccaneers linebacking core is amazing.
It is. That's a
That
bad
that's
matchup.
just
That's a bad matchup. That's a bad
horrible.
matchup. Yep. Yep.
And then what? We have a chance. Maybe Arizona is our best shot, I would say, because at least we've played them and at least we understand them.
Fair. Although Arizona has a hell of a defense, maybe the best defense in the NFC playoff picture, and they've done really good against the Niners run game twice.
But more importantly, does Trey Lance get some snaps against a team that we should beat
Right?
badly?
Last time the Niners blew out a team, Jacksonville, Trey Lance did play at the end. I would hope so. And I think that if the Niners clinch a playoff spot before week 18, he should start that final game. That's what the Chiefs did with Mahomes, if you remember. And the Niners
Mhm.
keep saying they want to follow that template. Well, if you have an opportunity,
But here's my problem with Kyle. Like Kyle just has like this philosophy where he just acts like, well, Trey Lance is the future, but he's really not the future.
yeah,
So we're gonna
yeah,
be like, he's the future, but we're not gonna play him. He's just gonna
right.
sit.
We'll just keep using the word future, which is vague, and it could be anytime, not now. It could be 5 years from now.
W-
So
w-
strange. He's the
Well, that
future. He's the future. So leave me alone and stop asking me about him. I'm not going to play him.
well,
Yeah.
well, that's my problem because 49er fans are like, well, Trey's just not ready to play. And I was like, well, who Trey Lance sitting with the clipboard in his hand isn't gonna make him any better than he is right now.
And how can they tell? Like Kyle Shanahan's the same guy who thought Mohamed Sanu gave the Niners a better chance to win than Jawan Jennings. And then what it took was Mohamed Sanu getting hurt, Jennings playing to be like, oh, I guess the young guy needed a chance. I mean, I don't think you can't learn everything in practice. You kind of need to see who steps up in games. And the Niners haven't really given Trey Lance that opportunity. He went in there and played running back. When Jennings got the opportunity, he stepped up. Kyle acts like he just knows everything that's going to happen before it happens.
But
Like
that's
he's
what,
Dr. Manhattan or something. No, dude, you got to let things play out sometimes.
but that's what's extremely frustrating because you watch that game-winning drive against the Bengals, and I was sitting there and I'm like, can Trey not just do a 5-yard check down where George Kittle just runs 15 yards up the field?
Right.
Like,
Can he not play action roll out to his left and hit Brandon Ayuk behind the line of scrimmage?
they
Can't do
act
that.
they act like they give Jimmy these crazy throws, like post,
Right.
like down the field, right on the numbers. Or you're
Yeah,
just like,
it's so advanced what Jimmy's doing. Jimmy doesn't even read the defense. He just goes to whichever receiver he thinks Kyle Shanahan wants to throw to. He stares him down the whole way. He throws the same interception every week to the safety or the linebacker over the middle, who's eyeing him down and whatever.
well, Jimmy, well, the problem, and then you watch Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's a literal statue in the pocket. Oh my
Oh
goodness,
my, yeah,
he can have 8 seconds to throw the ball, and it's like, Jimmy, it's not there. Like, you can roll out,
yeah.
and
You can move.
that's why something I really want interesting for you to do is I want you to get with like Jack, and then like Jack Haven. I want you to see and just like go back on the tape of Jimmy Garoppolo before he tore the ACL. And I
He
was
was more of
so,
an athlete, right? He was more of
yes,
an
he was
athlete.
way more mobile.
He was
And I
more of an
was like,
athlete. Now he's not an athlete anymore.
it's
And
like,
when there's bodies around him, he looks like he kind of panics, like he knows, oh
yes,
man, I just can't move quick enough to protect myself. This could get bad. He always looks like he's like,
he can't escape. He
I can't
literally just
escape.
can't
Yeah,
escape. It's like he's just like getting smushed together by like bodies, and you just
yeah,
can't do anything
it's
about
true.
it.
It's not good. It's not good.
That's
Anyway,
just that's just what makes it crazy.
yeah,
But
but
Jimmy Garoppolo next year is it happening? Can we please move on, or do you think it's not gonna happen?
man, we got to see how this year plays out, man. We got to see how far this team goes.
If we
We got to
make
see how
it to
far this
the
team
if we make it to the NFC Conference Championship and lose, do you think that Jimmy's staying around?
This is what I think. I think John Lynch wants Jimmy to stay around for another year. And I don't think that Kyle does. So we'll see what happens. I think there's a little bit of a war going on. War is not the right word, but I think there's a difference of opinion going on in the Niners organization. I think John has always loved Jimmy. He's the reason Jimmy's here. And I think that he's the reason Jimmy's still here. And Kyle hasn't been able to make the switch because the locker room likes Jimmy and the GM likes Jimmy. So I don't know how it's to be determined. You got to see how this season plays out, because if they go far enough, I think John will use it as an argument with the Yorks to say, look, well, how can we run this guy out? How do we know that we're going to be better next year with Trey Lance? And are you guys willing to take a step back? I don't know. What if they go to the NFC Championship game and lose? What do they do? Is that a Super Bowl run?
But then after that, that's 3 years where Trey Lance hasn't played.
I know. It's ridiculous. But don't underestimate this team's ability to make ridiculous decisions.
No, but Jimmy Garoppolo is a good quarterback. He really is. Just like his amazing ability to just check the ball down is just crazy to me.
He's so good. He's the best game manager in the league by far. He's just elite with his game management.
I've never seen a game manager that throws so many interceptions and still gets called a game manager. It's like you want
his handoff technique is just it's unparalleled.
It's like you want to call him a gunslinger, but like he doesn't throw the ball down the field, so he just throws interceptions and checkdowns.
Yeah, that's true. Debo Samuel fan. I can see that you're not a Jimmy Garoppolo fan. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you calling anytime.